Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Conqueror. It's a British Tier 9 heavy tank. This one's located on the south spawn of Malinovka under the command of BetimAbazi. Now it's got the 32, it's the 120mm gun, the L1A1 with 400 alpha and 259mm of penetration. And if you've seen our latest videos with BetimAbazi, you would have noticed that he's actually got some pretty brilliant wins. One with the Paulson Kolobanov and another with a Bradley Walters medal. And he's aiming towards the enemy as he's making his way up to the hill. And he's giving Object 705, which is actually his platoon mate, King Benny, a bit of a push. He's got a bit of a slow heavy there. 705 is not the fastest of heavy tanks. Okay, well, no chance to actually get an early shot, but he is definitely going to be beating his teammate to the top of the hill. What can I tell you about the Conqueror? Well, it's actually a development of Carnarvon. They didn't build that many, only 185 were mass produced during 1955 to 1959. So it was supposed to be an intermediate step, I suppose you might say, between the Carnarvon and then the eventual Chieftain that came about as a result of tank development. Now the 120mm gun is very accurate, it's a very good gun indeed. Good dispersion, fast aim time, quick rate of fire and very high penetration. So yeah, it's a brilliant gun. It's an absolutely marvellous gun. And in fact it's a gun that was placed on many other nations' tanks because it's so accurate. Okay, I think another thing you can see is that BetimAbazi has actually got, the Conqueror has actually got bursting plates around the turret. And those are actually to prevent the heat rounds from exploding against the side of the turret, and it provides a gap, which means that any heat round will, well, the effects would have been dispersed by the time they actually touch the turret metal. Okay, so got a Centurion Action 10 and an AMX50 120 at the top. Of course, the Action 10's tier 10, and Betim's in a tier 9. Yep, look at that gun operate. It's absolutely fantastic. 420 alpha, as I said before, or 400 alpha, and he got 420 hits. Sorry, a high roll, but he got a low roll off that one, and his platoon mates finally turned up. Going for the, I think he was going for the Ripper pattern one there. And it looks like he's now focusing either on the Action 10. No, he's pulling back. So I think the next shot might be on the T10. Well, he got 361 off the T10. And we just saw one of our teammates, the T44, explode. And the T57 Heavy has gone down, but he was killed by the 60 TP. Trying to get a shot on that AMX50 120. Didn't pull out from behind the building, but there he is. And that worked. 428, so it's a high roll. Bounced around in return. You see how effective it is? Ooh, now that one went through at the observation device, but that round went also through the AMX50. You'll notice the reload rate is quite fast. 9.33 seconds is very quick. Now that AMX50 potentially is a one-shot, but I think it might take two, potentially a one-shot. Depends on where he puts the round, right into his rear. He is a two-shot, and he's killed the moment later by King Benny, our platoon mate. So, T10, side of him. Okay, now he's a two-shot. And we're changing direction. I think it's because he's going after the tanks we have on the lower plateau. But there's, the Ripper pattern just died now. He's a one-shot now, so we can get him. It's just a matter of getting one shot onto him. Here we go. And he's out the game. But we took a round from an M41D, 189. He's a little further down. Now, The Action 10's ahead of us. Type 4 Heavy's taking shots from Benny, I think. And we're going to get shots into his side, so that's going to split his fire. One round through the side. 364, it's a low roll, but it did go through. It's going to take many shots to take down this tank. Goes for the drive wheel instead, and it works. It immobilizes him, holds him in position. Need to do another of those, or go for that strip along the top. Yep, good shot into the split. Oh, wabba-rack! Blew the turret off. Set the explosive off in the shells, and the thing went off like a firework. Okay, now there are some enemies down further south, and I think we're being just a bit cautious at the moment. Now, Betim's going for the drop. I always like doing this tactic because it actually avoids you being seen by the enemy, gets you behind a rock, and also gives you a bit of arty cover as well, temporarily. Push you below a ridgeline, you see, so the enemies who are defending in the woods can't see you all of a sudden, and they can't get shots on you. So get really close to them, and there's not a lot they can do except by coming over the ridgeline to engage you directly. But if they do that, they lose their protection of cover. So it's a tactic I do favour on this map. Now the Mutz has moved up and he spotted a T-30, got one round in but pulled back because otherwise he doesn't want to return round. Can we get a shot? Yes, good round. Oh, he got a fire! He's got a fire and he's got potential high caliber. And the T-30 went up, so he's got an arsonist off that one. Now, a couple of enemy tanks in there. The Scorpion's killed. There's the Action 10, he's a one-shot. And he's dead. Okay, we've got a Jaegeru down there. Now that's a difficult target to kill. Puts the Ferdinand out of his misery. 6 hit points, that's all he had left. Now this is going to be a different prospect. This is the Jaegeru, and he has got some premium rounds, but very, very few. But you can see all the number of rounds that have actually been fired at that Jaegeru already. He got the side of it, but he missed the round. He missed it. He's loading his last APCR. He's got the side of the Jaegeru now. He can definitely get through the side of that one. Oh, but the round goes low. And it doesn't go in. I think it went into the ground, actually. So he's now got standard rounds, but he should be able to get through the side of the vehicle with standard. Yes, he did. 432. So long as he's got the side of the Jaegeru, he can probably kill him off. He needs to get the round on. Yes. And now he's a one-shot. One more round, and that's it. And he's dead. And that's it. That's the last enemy. The kill went to King Benny, but unfortunately, actually, no. King Benny killed his own teammate, or one of his own teammates. He killed a T-26E5. Oh, dear. There'll have to be some talking about that. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for BetimAbazi in the Conqueror, the Tier 9 British Heavy. He got a Bruiser Medal, an arsonist for setting fire to that T-30. What a tank to set fire to. That really is a monster. And he did it by setting fire to him. Wow. Fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle. He got a Brothers in Arms because he managed to get at least 3 kills, and so did King Benny. And so they won a Brothers in Arms medal. And he also picked up the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game. Let's have a look at the team scores. There you go, right at the top of the table, 5,966 hit points of damage. The next highest scorer was, in fact, the 60 TP. He managed to get 3,426. And then after that is the T57 Heavy on the enemy team, got 2,846. King Benny managed to get 2,408 in that one. When it came to kills, it was tied between the 60 TP and... Oh, right, yes, sorry. I'm just reading this and trying to work out why Benny's got one less than he should have. Yes, the 60 TP and BetimAbazi both managed to get 3 kills apiece. In fact, actually, so did King Benny, but because he killed a teammate right at the end of the game, that's -1 to his score. So he's actually showing us 2, but he did qualify for the Brothers in Arms because he did get 3 kills on the enemy. And obviously that -1 just took down his score as regards this team totals. So although he's showing 2, he did get 3 kills, so therefore he does qualify for a BIA. When it came to base XP, though, it was BetimAbazi at top of the table, 1,367 base experience points. Then came King Benny with 1,103. And then came after that the 60TP with 907. We'll have to find out why King Benny actually did kill that teammate right at the end of the battle. It was Tone Deaf. Is that Tone Deaf Cat? Tone Deaf, yeah, I think it is Tone Deaf Cat in T2065. Yeah, for some reason he must have upset King Benny, and King Benny decided to put a round into him. Either that, or he just drove straight through the field of fire of King Benny, and King Benny accidentally hit him, but he killed him all the same. Let's have a look at detail report. Okay, BetimAbazi fired 23 rounds in that game. He got 16 direct hits, 16 penetrations, and he did damage of 5,966 hit points, of which 819 were at more than 300 meters. He received 6 hits, 1 was penetration, 5 non-penetrations, and he also blocked damage of 1,900 hit points. He damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 3 of them, and did damage assistance of 214 hit points. On a premium count, he earned 79,391 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, and yet he did use some premium ammo, he actually ended up with 36,623 credits. He received 2,051 XP, got 308 because he was playing in a platoon, and took away 2,359 experience points altogether. So, an interesting battle. Nice to get an Ace Tanker BIA and a high caliber. It was great to take out that T30 the way he did, but it was just the whole battle, I think, in a sense, was a bit marred right at the end by that team killing. Because you don't really ever like to see somebody team killed in a battle. Normally it's the Arty who gets team killed, but in this case it wasn't the Arty, it was one of the heavy tanks, and you've got to wonder why it happened. So, bit of an incident there at the end. I'll ask BetimAbazi exactly what actually happened, and maybe he'll explain it to us. I hope he puts that in the comments after at the bottom of this video. Then he might, or King Benny might be able to do so, and he might be able to explain what happened. So, if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be another BetimAbazi replay next. Thank you.